let's just look at it. How you guys went on this quest. This quest for her. How it feels so long ago. Truly. You guys' trek through Derelict Town with a small stint into Traverse Town. The multitude of districts dominated by a singular undead being. All of them with varying dispositions. Your betrayal by Benny. Your showdown against the warden of this part of Derelict Town. And in a more recent set of news, you're surfacing your arrival upon Breakpoint itself, and through the efforts of, cooperative efforts of the Vankoshi forces, meeting Losha, and not but less than 12 hours ago, helping Losha with a curse that's plagued her for centuries. Almost at the cost of a friend. And has its own foreboding elements, as it was saved by a co-worker, a peer of the crafter. And then you guys got him here. Jasera is a genuine and gentle listener, asking questions here and there, but never daring to interrupt the story. She, unsurprisingly, befitting her species, focuses more on your battles on your way here than anything else. Particularly out of the crabs. Eventually, your guys' collective accounts, with whoever leading the storytelling, or perhaps it's genuinely 100% collective accounts, you guys finish telling what has transpired all the way up until now. And here we are. I see. You're very brave, little one. And all of you, she says, sweeping her head to look across all of you. And you have my deepest gratitude. She bows her head low, almost touching the ground, for helping Losha. I've always wanted to, but she demanded I did not.
Probably for good reason. I can only imagine what that thing would have done.
Let's not think about a possessed evil bronze dragon.
Oh, no, let's not.
All the more reason for me to be thankful. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Pardon my bluntness. Go on. We did come here for a reason.
Nod.
Yes, that we did.
I know. Which is why it weighs on my heart to deny you this after so much. Out of game. Change the sides here. Change the gears. Jasera is a bronze dragon, lawful good. Like most dragons, she is stubborn. Like lawful people are, as a knight she is beholden to the law in an overt sense. As I promised you guys last week, there are no rules associated with this. It is pure persuasion. And she will be expecting to hear from everyone, not just one person. Avenues of argument can be used once. If they fail, you can't just keep bringing them back up. Keep that in mind. Changing the circumstances of that argument changes it to a different argument, so keep that aware. There are ways to talk to her, ways to get around it, ways to directly do it. I've thought of some, but I won't be helping you guys. as any of your NPCs. No rolls. Just talking. I plan for. God damn it!
Damn.
You're the luck.
Oh no.
Could you give us some like cliff notes, like Sparks notes or something for us?
No.
You're like half
I
the
like
main
that.
argument
He's
force
just
of this
saying,
group.
he's just saying it just to fuck with you guys, maybe.
Yeah.
You know he actually did play.
Okay,
that.
I'll give you guys a choice. Do you want Kingdom Hearts music, or do you want Gwyn boss fight of Dark Souls music?
Kingdom Hearts.
Okay, just checking. Just checking.
Gwen feels too
Oh.
dramatic. Wait, no. This
Because this is as dramatic as the game as the song gets. It's constantly just this.
If I was in a position where I could help y'all with talking, I would. But I can't, so good luck.
Alright. Can you hit us with some Ace Attorney? So we could just shout, take that, and just hit him up with an argument.
Okay, how about this? So, in case you guys, I don't know if you guys will or won't flounder. We haven't begun yet, but there is one avenue or one field in which each NPC would quote unquote specialize in terms of argument. If you guys wish, you guys can call in what was supposed to do it. Says looking at NPC. You guys can call those in. But the catch is each NPC only represents one aspect, one field, one logic of argument. So if you end up just stumbling back to the same area and try calling in an NPC, they won't be able to help you again because you already used it up.
Mm-hmm.
They can only get you the topic. They won't just do the argument for you. I think they're pretty obvious looking at your NPCs, but yeah. So, Justira says once going back, switch gears. I'm sorry, but I cannot. I'm in exile. Duly, justly sentenced. It would be to break my code to return and help. Much as I would wish. But we came so far. I know. And if I did not know you, Lorelei, I would welcome you to stay, but I know you, and I know you will return urgently. With or without me. But everybody gets like a pain look on her face, like
Well, I think regardless of whether or not, well, if you don't return to us, with us, there's not really going to be much of a city to, return to.
that may be, but that is not my place.
Well,
I cannot go back. The sentencing was clear. I am knight no longer. I am in exile.
I'm trying to think how to word it. You were... If you don't help...
R.I.P.
Well,
Oh, there it is.
well, if you don't help, there's not going to be any city to be exiled from soon enough. Won't matter regardless.
You know, at this, I agree. But as long as there
So-
is a standing city, as long as the kingdom holds, and I know Theodis. She has like a smirk. He would do all that he can to hold it.
Even at the cost of destroying his entire city, his legacy, his people. We would still keep you away. You can obviously help.
Whether I can or can't is not the point.
What if you didn't return? What if you were brought?
A return it would still be.
Hmm.
It is not a matter of loopholes. I will know.
There is a possibility of maybe not actually returning. You could just, I don't know, attack the enemy away from the city, return. You've never actually been to the city, you've never broken your oath.
It is not merely the city that the exile extends to. It is the kingdom itself.
If it's not rude of us asking, what is the nature of your exile? Could you tell us a bit more about that?
It is rather simple. I am exiled from the kingdoms of aquatic elves. All of them. No matter their status. She says, looking at you, Fia. Standing, rebel, alive, abandoned. Gods as their witness.
What if this could be lifted by one of a royal lineage?
It would have to be lifted by the ruling royals.
I mean,
Perhaps in due time, Lorelei can, but not now. Not when you need me.
Could you not do it as proxy? I mean, surely their word would be the same as hers, given the situation.
She looks at Lorelei. Do you think your father and mother would, little one? Lorelei shamefully lowers her head and shakes her head. I thought so. Your father always was stubborn. But I'm in no place to judge.
What ties you to the royal family? How are you beholden?
Long ago. So long ago. Not Theodos, but his grandfather. They found me when I was just a hatchling. They took me in. They raised me. They trained me. They gave me a place. A family. One which I doubt I will ever know truly my original one, and if they had not saved me, would ever have known any.
I know something about that.
She nods at that.
My life was much the same.
Then perhaps do you know what it is like to be told by that family that you must go?
I was sent away.
Then you do know.
it's weird they followed a very similar path.
Tragedy has a certain flavor.
Even up to
Misery
the
loves
night thing.
company. What if you were beholden to protect Lorelei? To
Protector I shall.
What if you swore a new oath to stay by her side, to protect her, regardless of where in the world she finds herself?
She shakes her head at Loophole. With or without an oath, I will protect her for as far as I can. But the length of that does end.
Well, Lorelei, do you think if we do return, do you think your parents can be brought around?
I don't know.
I think you can bring them around.
I don't. She shakes her head.
Well, then don't believe in you. Believe in him, because he believes in you.
I think you're a lot more persuasive than you let on.
Well, it looks up at Justira, who looks down at her. She opens her mouth to say something, but then it just stops, knowing the futility of it.
Now go on.
She doesn't continue.
See what's in your mind.
She shakes her head.
Why not?
There's no point.
Why do you say that? Why would there be no point?
She looks up at you. I'm gonna ask if Justira can think of a way. Well, I suppose that'd be more equivalent to placing a bet on your own match, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Well, if she's that determined. I mean, obviously the one that's imprisoning yourself here truly is yourself.
It is a place with a friend. True, it could be closer to the kingdoms themselves, but then I would be defenseless in my sleep.
How do you bear it?
With a heavy
I confess I'm struggling myself. Being away.
with a heavy heart and them in your prayers and thoughts. In full honesty, I'm not sure if you need me to defend Alphatorians. I have faith. Faith in the defenders. Faith in your mother and father. And faith in the company you now find yourself in. She says with a smile.
As appreciated as that is, I don't think we can stay around forever to solve all their problems.
Precisely.
Then I recommend striking at the heart.
That, and how many do you think we're going to lose along the way? Who's to say we're going to survive through that? You know?
I do not know.
We could lose legions of people taking them down. You could
There's
change
more
your
to
mind.
war than attrition.
There is.
A keen mind. A silent step. These are all tactics. Meeting a force head on. Yes, that is dangerous. Foolhardy. I did not say to do these things, though. This is a kingdom of elves. Aquatic, yes, but elves nonetheless. These are not like your provinces. You guys do get to tactically huddle out of game if you guys want to think of other stuff. I don't mind.
Do you have any ace up your sleeve so that you can type out?
I mean, here's the point. I'm pretty sure all of us have the divine inspiration, so if anything, we could just cop out and use that.
No, I
For
don't.
sure.
I only have initiative.
Are you sure?
Oh, actually, yeah, because mine went. Yeah, I should have paid for fish with all mine then.
Playtime to me. I won't say it is or isn't effective.
Yeah, because I was thinking of maybe just going on the offensive, being like, how dare you, kind of sort of thing, like,
Maybe.
leave all these people out, but I feel like that's more of a last defense thing. You know, I think is that what was?
That's up to you guys. There's more than one way to be persuasive,
Hmm.
and not all of them are gentle.
Yeah, sort of be like, oh, you're here in a pile of gold while they're like cities in ruins or something. I don't know.
That's up to you.
It kind of works with what I was typing out over here.
Yeah. So maybe try and like add on that.
I mean, go for it.
Honor is eternal. In this life and the afterlife. Remember that. Contrary to how Tywin Lannister deals with it in Game of Thrones. Defending a family's honor when it doesn't matter. In this case, it does, and is the inverse.
Mm-hmm.
There's a really blunt way of doing it, but I wouldn't recommend it.
It's good emphasis getting dragon breath to the face by chance.
Maybe. Well, you guys, more like just one of you. It would have to be a fair fight, one-on-one.
Mm-hmm.
Just because one side is weaker doesn't mean the stronger side has to give a handicap.
Ew.
Yeah, if Ruhan wasn't unconscious, then maybe. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure we would all die in like a single round of combat.
Oh. This turned us into beef jerky.
More like a lightning to tree, but yeah.
Oh yeah, true.
She just got her face fixed with lightning, but I guess
Oh, what a shame.
we have to sacrifice her. Like, if we're gonna, well, sacrifice.
Suppose if she survived lightning once.
You do have lightning resistance, so...
I do. But how much is breath attacks usually? It's like 50 or something is like average, I seem to remember. Or is it 30?
So... that much.
Oh, okay, yeah, that would be like instant.
Yeah, Jasira is an ancient dragon. Not an adult... ancient.
Oh, bio.
As evidenced by the fact that she's several
generations.
centuries old.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Several elf generations, too.
Not several elf generations, a few elf generations, several centuries though. So, yes, have your divine inspirations. That is true. You guys have your NPCs.
Yeah, sure. What is their guidance on this?
Which one do you call in?
God, now I'm looking at it. It's like none of them I feel would be a good option. Varric.
Really?
Yeah. That's more Rose's trust of his tactical instincts more than anything.
I mean, yeah, you're right. Varric isn't a diplomat, not by any means, but bronze dragons are militant dragons. So, yeah. Out of game. Trying to think how to put this in a general and neutral manner that doesn't necessarily lead you to one way versus the other. Hold on.